Coach Daniel Flowers Show brought to you by Coosa County Commissioner District 3 Brandon Davis. And Coach Flowers, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, man. How you doing?
You mentioned about my Alabama Cup. They kind of letting us down a little bit, aren't you, Coach?
Oh yeah, they are, man. They can't get it right. Can't get their own way.
Well, you know, you guys beat Lynette 2 weeks ago. You're feeling good about yourselves. You roll into a homecoming game for an opponent and didn't go too well. Talk about it a little bit.
It was their homecoming game, like you said. They're a big physical team. They was big in the trenches. They was big up front. Like I said, they didn't have great number size-wise, but their starting five was good size for a 2A football team.
So they just took the football and ran it?
Right down the throat. They didn't throw the ball none. They took the strategy from like maybe some of our previous opponents. You can tell they watched film. I really don't think Lynette watched film on us. If they did the same thing. Because we always been kind of bottom in the inside. Yeah. When you start 9th grade and 10th graders in your D-line and your O-line, you know, that's kind of bad in playing varsity football. And they know we did that. And they know our guys play both ways. So they just lined up and just ran the ball straight at us. And we couldn't stop them.
So that's got to be frustrating.
It is.
To know what's coming and you still can't shut it down.
Okay, and when we did different stuff, we did different stunts, different moves. They were too little. Like I said, lighten your britches. Man, it was too small. You saw Lynette across the board. They had two linemen. One like 6'3", about 280. Another one like 6'4", about another 300 pounds. Just like, then you got guys. Our guys like 5'9", 180 pounds playing D-line. So it's got to the point where the Jimmys and Joes was a little bit bigger than ours. I ain't gonna say they was better. They were older, bigger, and stronger.
So how do you get better, Coach? I mean, you're up against a tough task.
Yes, we just got to work out in time. I tell everybody, time is the equalizer. We can't get more time, and we can't get back time. And when we first got here, we knew it was going to be like this. I saw the kids kind of small. Even though I know it's a 2A football, to be able to be dominant, you watch teams like Real Time. They physical across that board. Oh, yeah. And they got millions of players. They tell they have a tradition of winning. Going all back to Coach McNeil days there, they always ran the ball and was very physical. And with us, we have to get to the focus of making the big guys play. You see walk around the school, you see big guys walking around the school, but they don't play no sports. And that's the only thing I say I can try to my best to help do is convince those bigger guys to come play football. And then we'll get to the level of some of those teams I saw us play against. But it's going to take time.
Do you see, Coach, maybe some light at the end of the tunnel with players that maybe are people who have not played football but now are taking a second look at Cougar football?
Oh, absolutely, because we got a lot of our kids are back next year. Remember, we was a very, very young team this year. Between 9th and 10th graders and 8th graders, you probably had like, 14 starters? Think about it, it's 8th, 9th, and 10th.
That's amazing.
Start varsity football. They basically JV guys playing varsity. Because you watch them same guys on Monday and Tuesday nights playing JV ball, we are dominant force. Because they see the Warriors, the big guys on Friday nights, so they actually line up people their size. It's easy to them. So we be beating people like 32-0, 49-0, those JV games. So remember, those same JV kids, eventually guys can play varsity football. Or they're already playing now. So it is, like I said, it takes time. Guys that get bigger, and the older guys got to come out. We need guys with some, some bigger bodies, and there's maturity. And right now we're with the hat. And I talked to at least I know 3 guys. They're gonna be probably seniors next year. They didn't play this year. They some big guys, and they say they're gonna play. And we need more and more stuff like that to happen. So I encourage the community to push their kids to come play. We can't win without them.
Yeah. What about tonight?
Real Time. Gonna be tough.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they tough. They feels good up front, and they gonna do what I hate them do. On film, they show wishbone, power eye, offset eye, I'm like, oh my God. They do exactly what I hate to see teams do. They run toss, they run lead, they run blast. There might occasionally run a waggle, but I figure against us, when we first got to slow down, they at least dive. They full back. He's standing at about 5'8", about 200 pounds. Running back about 5'10", about 190. The line across the board, I know I've seen two guys over 6'2", over 280 pounds. It's like, why everybody seems like they have the same look of guys, but we don't have those guys. So it's going to be a tough task for us against real time, because they do what we don't do well against. See, teams that run a spread against us like Lynette, we can play against guys like that because we're more of a finesse team right now. We're not that strong. But to beat us, you have to get in them trenches and run straight at us and hope we can submit. And Real Town's going to be a tough opponent tonight.
Real Town is a perennial playoff power in high school football, and you know, when you look at Real Town and you talk about the different sets that they use, you got a young football team. That's a lot of pressure on young kids to try to stop a wishbone, a power eye, and then a spread. You know, you got to be thinking all the time.
Yes, they think about these are babies. These are 8th, 9th, and 10th graders. Finna get ready to play against a powerhouse playoff perennial team that always make the quarterfinals or semifinals. These kids been embedded to do this for 30 years. So we just trying to do something within a couple of months. It's gonna be tough. I asked the kids, I talked to them about it. They nervous about it. They're like, Coach, them guys are big. I mean, it's not them scared, it is reality. They finna play against a team that's made to run through you. And now I gotta put my 8th, 9th graders out there to play against those type guys. Now I don't feel comfortable about that. I really don't like that. Because, you know, if I had a son.
Because you care about your kids,
yeah,
you know?
Absolutely. Because, I mean, that Coach Bell told me, the basketball coach, said, Coach, you got to stop watching that film. It can make you a Debbie Downer. No, I said, I'm a realist. I said, I got a son. And I would want my son as an 8th grader to go in there and play against them type of guys. Yeah, they want to go do it, but as a coach, you can see the outcome. You already know what it's going to be like. Unless those guys that sleepwalk, don't take us serious, and still did the game ain't said we're going to win. We might be a little closer.
Yeah.
But those guys come out there ready to play football, things get bad fast. I mean, it's Jimmy Jones' law of gravity. What's big, gonna run what's small. And I told our guys, let's play hard. I said, I never said about wins or losses. Just do something to them that they don't expect you to do.
I've talked to several coaches who are not going to be in the playoffs. Their teams are not going to be in the playoffs this year, and they talk about finishing strong, and they talk about getting ready for next year. And it's hard to finish strong against somebody like Real Town.
Yes, absolutely.
And the team you'll play next week. But how do you try to keep your kids from getting so discouraged that they're ready for the season to end?
Yeah, because this is our last game this week here, because, you know, we have a bye week. I just try to play for the seniors. Kind of like these guys have played ball basically since their 7th grade years at Coosa. I say, play one time hard for them. I tell all the kids, one day you're going to be a senior. And you're going to ask them same young guys to play hard for you. I said, go out there and play hard for them seniors. Sit them out on a good note, whether it's a win on the scoreboard or just about you playing hard, being competitive. Make Real Time being a 4-quarter game, maybe a 3-quarter game. Then do something out of the ordinary that they weren't expecting. They do something just a little different and see what happens. Because you can never know when the football game starts, paper don't mean nothing no more. It's all about shoulder pass, and what's the mindset of kids. You know, Real Time's going to playoffs. They're the #1 seed in our region. They could be overlooking us. They may be thinking about the following game. And we might get sneak up on them. Because it's our last game, senior night. It's going to be very emotional for a lot of the kids. They may find themselves in a 14-6 game at halftime. They're like, where this come from? And to me, that's a win. Because I got a program that's very new. I just got here. If I can play a team like Real Time close to the half, that's a win for us. So you give me 6 months, what you think I'm going to do then?
Yeah.
So in 2-3 months, I did this and against that, they're going to have a problem. I tell anybody in our region, they can take my word right now. It's going to be problems next year.
You mentioned that senior night tonight, final game for the season, of course, for all the players at Central High. But these seniors, they have stayed the course.
Yes, they have.
And they've taken some beatings, but they tasted the victory as well. So I know they're special to you.
Oh yeah, they are community, not to quit. Because a lot of times people quit in life. When adversity hits, when things look difficult, people quit. And I tell the kids, football is more than about game of football. It's about life. I tell them, one day your wife's gonna have an argument. You gonna quit? One day you're gonna lose your job, or you gonna quit? You gonna go home and leave your kids, your family about? I say, life about responsibilities. I said, what's great ain't always gonna be great. What's bad ain't always gonna be bad. I say, so God gonna reward you guys one day. Cause right now you think everything is bad. You might not win the game of football tonight, but you might win at life. You might win at getting a good job one day. Going to school, being successful in college. It's more than about the game. It teaches you about not giving up and becoming a man. And I always say I think kids should play football or military. Because it teach a man how to be a man. Because in football season, you're going to go through all the ups and downs that you will go through in life. And you're going to lay there when you get knocked down, or you're going to get up. Are you going to persevere when things are going really, really good and keep wanting to go good? Or are you going to lay back on your morals? So it's all about life. And I told the guys, we didn't win on the scoreboard a lot this year, but y'all guys won a lot because you stayed out here. You kept fighting. And their lives all about fighting.
Coach, thanks for being with us this morning. We've got one more show next week, a wrap-up show of the season, and good luck tonight. And senior night, we'll honor those seniors, okay?
Absolutely.
All right, Coach Daniel Flowers, head football coach at Central Coosa County, the Cougars, taking on Reeltown tonight, and brought to you by District 3 County Commissioner of Coosa County, Brandon Davis. We got more Daybreak just ahead. Don't go away.